a nice moment there pre-game as Rattlers captain Isak Karlsson is presented his plaque and his record-setting puck from 3 weeks ago when he became the all-time leading scorer in Rattlers franchise history against these very same West Nipissing Lynx. Welcome to tonight's matchup. I am JR, and today we have the West Nipissing Lynx at 13-8-1 coming into Bradford to face the 17-5-0 Bradford Rattlers. Opening draw, won back by Tischenko. Venos is going to play in his own end to his partner Matvey Munitz, who puts it deep. Goes off of Mamedov. Schillinglaw puts it around the boards now. And an interception in the neutral zone by Adam DeBrecki. He's going to go back to regroup before he gets it to Matvey Munitz. Played on the wall there and kept at the line by Jonathan Venos. Adam DeBrecki now working his way into the corner. Worked hard there by number 64. That's Easton Stanley. Stanley now with the puck is going to come out of his own zone into the neutral zone, put it deep as the Lynx go off for their first change of the evening, 1 minute into the game. Munitz now playing it. He's got Brunette pressuring him, but he's going to leave him alone for a second as Paquette now comes in on the far side. Plotnikov with an attempt to play the puck. Sarah puts it in deep, so Plotnikov has a chance to play it. Down goes Bendel. And the Lynx push the puck the length of the ice, and it looks like we have a Rattlers penalty coming on Dominikas Boravsky. So while Riley Brunette was attempting to play the puck there, some hard effort there, Dominikas Boravsky is going to get the call. Cannot impede his ability to get to the puck. And so the West Nipissing Lynx are going to head to the very first power play of this game. Thibodeau, Schillinglaw, Tischenko, all out there on the ice right now. Alongside Ruddy. And LeVay is going to be the fifth member of this power play unit for the West Nipissing Lynx, as the Rattlers once again send it deep, forcing the West Nipissing Lynx to regroup. Schillinglaw is going to bring it up himself, and does, gains the zone. Now looks for an opportunity. He had a wide open lane to the net, but he was shut off there. Schillinglaw passes it across to Thibodeau. Thibodeau to Tischenko. Tischenko's going to have to regroup and come back towards the blue line. He gets it to Schillinglaw, who lets a shot go. Tipped in front. No opportunity there on the Schillinglaw shot as it was blocked in front. LeVay's going to send it deep. It gets handled by Cullen for a sec as Jonathan Venos finds it on his stick. Attempts to get it out of the zone, unable to. Finlater, even from his backside, is able to keep that zone, send it deep for Tischenko. Ruddy's in front of the net now. Tischenko leaves it behind the net for Ruddy. Thibodeau is an option there too. He does get it to Thibodeau. And Thibodeau hit hard into the boards there by number 9, Roman Orahov, Rattlers assistant captain. Isak Karlsson attempting to play on Ruddy and Finlater there. Save made by Patrick Cullen on the Thibodeau shot, or on the Finlater shot. And Finlater now slows it down. 22 seconds left on this power play. And Sergei Sherbakov gets the play out, and that's all gonna all but kill the West Nipissing Lynx power play. As 6 seconds remain as we go to this draw. Sergei Sherbakov, a member of the Rattlers National Championship team 2 years ago, is back with the team now. Spent some time playing professionally, but wanted to come and develop under the tutelage of Coach David Mooney, and decided to take that option when it was made available to him. So he joins this Rattlers defensive core that is looking stronger and stronger every day. Munitz, Orahov, Sherbakov, Boravsky, and the other newly added piece, Jonathan Venos. Lots of championship experience on the back end as Sherbakov, Venos, Ovakimian, Orahov and Munitz have all won championships with the Rattlers in the last few years. Only player on the back end for the Rattlers that has not won a championship in the last few years is Dominykas Boravsky, and he's been playing a heck of a role to try and get one himself so far this year. As we go to the draw now, Blanchette on the draw against Krudikov. Krudikov wins that back. Ovakimian's going to play it off the boards and into the Rattlers bench. So we'll have another inside zone draw to the glove side of Patrick Cullen. Blanchette and Krudikov once again going up against each other on this face-off here. One back by Krudikov. Orahov plays it along the boards to Holander. Holander unable to play it cleanly, so West Nipissing tries to bring it the other way. Krudikov is going to pick that one off and send it deep though. Vladislav Morazuk, the Lynx netminder, plays it along the boards. Ovakimian shuts that down. Krudikov seals off along the wall as Maga Mizagov now looks to make a play. And it looks like we may have a penalty coming as Patrick Cullen heads to the bench for the extra skater. So West Nipissing will be receiving a penalty. The goaltending battle in this one sees two veterans in net. For the Lynx, it's Vladislav Morazuk. He's got a winning record on the year at 5-4 with a .278 goals against average and a .922 save percentage. On the other end, it is Patrick Cullen, who's got 10 wins, 3 losses on the year, a .234 and a .914 save percentage. So very, very similar numbers. Morazuk with the edge in the goals against average, Cullen with the edge in the save percentage. As the puck is played hard on this very first power play for the Rattlers, Mikhail Plotnikov down in the corner, looks for an option. Debrecki just out of his reach, allowing the Lynx to attempt to get it out of the zone. Munitz holds the line though. Munitz gets it to Isak Karlsson, the net is off, so that's going to be whistled down. This first power play unit right now is Karlsson, Plotnikov, Debrecki, Munitz, and Jonathan Venos. So a 2D set here for the Rattlers power play. A lot of times you'll see a forward play back and go 4 forwards on the ice, but Coach David Mooney's going with a 2D set on power play 1. Debrecki and Schuff on the draw against each other now. Sorry, that's Ruddy. Puck is going to be slowed down by Patrick Cullen in his own zone. Matvei Munitz now attempting to bring it up. Tischenko pressures him, so he's going to leave that for Rattlers captain Isak Karlsson. Karlsson gains the zone. He's got an option on the far side. That's Plotnikov, who works his way to the middle. Karlsson still with the puck. Gets it to Matvei Munitz. Munitz unable to handle it. And so he's got Ruddy, who's going to be pressuring him and strips the puck. Ruddy just misses the net there. A chance for a shorthanded goal by the West Nipissing Lynx, and Ruddy puts it just wide of the net. So Rattlers can still look to establish something on this very first power play for them of this game, as Matvei Munitz turns and eventually finds Debrecki, who gains the zone. Debrecki in there hot. Leaves a puck for Jonathan Venos as Roman Orahov comes on for Matvei Munitz. Plotnikov to Karlsson. Karlsson's got an option in Orahov and uses it. Orahov sends it over to Jonathan Venos. Venos to Karlsson. Karlsson looks for a shot, nothing there. It goes to the middle to Debrecki, and that is going to be Rattlers goal for number 10, Jonathan Venos. Debrecki bumped the puck down to Plotnikov. Plotnikov sent it all the way across for an easy goal by number 10, Jonathan Venos. And so with 27 seconds left in their power play, the Rattlers put the first goal on the board, a power play marker by number 10, Jonathan Venos. Draw 1 by Paquette. Played by the West Nipissing Lynx. Brian Kopech on the ice now making his impact felt. Forces a turnover and then sends the puck deep where he's going to pursue it himself. Natan Svedal smartly makes a pass to number 13, Sherbakov. Sherbakov gets it off of the stick of Somorovsky to avoid the icing and allow some pressure to come in for the Rattlers. Sergei Sherbakov once again playing it, this time to his partner Boravsky. Boravsky mishandles, allowing the Lynx to put it deep and now pursue. Sherbakov comes up the middle here looking for some options. May elect to take it himself on the side, and he does. Sherbakov gets his pocket picked there by Brunette. Puck slides out from the wall to Somorovsky, who puts it deep once more. Vladislav Morozuk playing it, getting called off by his players. Little confusion there, but it does come out of the zone, so the Rattlers will have to regroup once more. David Majorsick now allowing for a Rattlers change as Philip Holander comes on the ice and immediately receives a pass, attempts to receive a pass from Majorsick, ends up on the stick of the West Nipissing Lynx. The Lynx now, Finlater is going to come in and he's got an option to take a shot, tries to, but that's going to get tipped into the netting. That's Jeffrey Finlater. If you do think you're hearing the name Finlater quite a bit tonight, it's because there's a pair of brothers on the West Nipissing Lynx, both with that same last name, Riley and Jeffrey. As Levi gets it to Finlater, Mega Mazagov eventually intercepts that puck and brings it the other way. Philip Holander unable to get it into the zone. And so the Lynx come the other way now. Shot there, gets saved by Patrick Cullen and goes into the netting. Ruddy and Plotnikov on the draw now. Puck is dropped and won back by Plotnikov. Jonathan Venos attempts to flip it out of the zone, but instead right onto the stick of Ruddy, who makes a shot on Patrick Cullen. He had to make a nifty save there. Jonathan Venos now taking it deep into the zone himself. He's going to go around the net. He sends it in front to number 91. Bolotov with a shot opportunity. Save made by Vladislav Morozuk as the Lynx come the other way with numbers. Paquette on the far side has a chance at the puck. He's going to play it in the corner. Plotnikov playing him hard, allowing Matvey Munitz to come away with the puck. Plotnikov, Bolotov, both on the wall now. Puck is loose, picked up by Finlater. Sergei Serev has the puck taken away by Drolet, the Lynx captain. Puck eventually finds its way into the neutral zone. Neither player makes a play on it as Levi eventually goes in. He's going to regroup in his own zone, being pressured by Adam Debrecki now. Levi sends it back the other way to the captain Drolet. Isak Karlsson sees Gabe Mamedov. Mamedov has speed, can get around the defender. And a great save made there by Vladislav Morozuk. His teammate knocks him down to the ice, but he regroups and comes right back up. Boravsky stops one on the wall, and Karlsson once again leaves it for Mamedov. Mamedov sees Karlsson. Karlsson's got an opportunity. Puck is loose in front of the net. Morozuk is down, and the Lynx find a way to get it out of the zone here. Some good passing there. Thibodeau eventually loses the puck as Karlsson comes the other way now. Mamedov with the puck. Sends it towards the front of the net. Debrecki unable to get a shot off. Schillinglaw, one of the best defensemen in the league, gets a shot off on Cullen, unable to get it to go. Mamedov with a long stretch pass to the captain, Isak Karlsson. Karlsson with a move shut down by Finlater. Karlsson heads into the netminder, Vladislav Morozuk. And it looks like there's going to be some action after the whistle here. Not sure what happened, but Karlsson came up upset with Morozuk, gave him a shove. As we get fresh skaters onto the ice for both teams now. Krudikov on the draw against Blanchette. Krudikov wins that to the middle, but the Lynx get there first. And so they will be coming the other way is number 21, who sends a pass to Paquette. Goes off of the skates. Samarovsky with a chance to come into the zone with speed now. Brings it wide, sends it to the middle, and Vladislav Morozuk's going to cover that one up. Looks like we do have a penalty coming, though. Looks like it'll be an elbowing call. Unaware of who the penalty's on exactly so far. Referee's calling somebody towards the box. And it looks like that's number 64, Easton Stanley, is going to go to the box for elbowing on Adam Samarovsky. So this same first power play unit back out for the Rattlers. Carlson, Debrecki, Plotnikov, Munitz, and the man who scored the first goal of the game, Jonathan Venos, as we are just under 10 minutes left in the first period. Debrecki wins that to Carlson. Carlson fires it over to Venos. Venos leaves it for Carlson. Carlson once again gets it to Munitz at the top. Munitz with a hard pass over to Venos, not handled cleanly, so he's going to send that deep to Plotnikov. Plotnikov to the middle where Debrecki was streaking in. Venos with a shot opportunity saved by Vladislav Morozuk. Plotnikov and Debrecki both attempting to come away on the puck and keep the chance alive in the offensive zone on the power play for the Rattlers. Carlson gets it to Debrecki. Debrecki over to Venos, and Morozuk makes another save. A few shots by Jonathan Venos there. Coming from just around the circle area. Not quite the dot, but not quite the hash marks either. Somewhere in between. Debrecki and Kornev on the draw against each other now. Kornev wins it back. Rattlers controlling play in this offensive zone power play opportunity for them as Venos gets it back to Plotnikov. Venos looking for options. Gets it up top to Munitz. Munitz back down to Venos, who fires one across to the captain, Carlson. Carlson has to chop it deep, but the Lynx are going to have an opportunity to clear it now. Halfway through this power play, number 2 on the game for the Rattlers. Isak Carlson's going to set up shop. Prepare for a breakout here on this power play. Isak Carlson gains the zone, sends it deep. Stepan Bolotov is there, as is Schillinglaw. Schillinglaw pokes it out, so that's going to be a regroup for the Rattlers. Roman Orahov now controlling it in his own end. Orahov going to bring it all the way back behind the net. 30 seconds left on the power play. Power play unit 2 is now out. That's Orahov, Serev, Bolotov, Mamedov, and Sergei Sherbakov. Sherbakov now with it. Works his way to the middle. Has an option to leave it for his partner, but now he's got a wide open lane to the net. Sends it towards the net. Bolotov was there for a rebound, but Morozuk sends it wide. So with 8 seconds left in this power play, Orahov gains the zone. And Kornev is going to send it the length of the ice to essentially neutralize the end of this power play. So Rattlers now 1 for 2 on the power play. Roman Orahov leaves it for Gabriel Mamedov. Bolotov also there, and that's going to be an offside call as Bolotov was still in the zone when Mamedov brought the puck in. LeVay wins the draw back to Finlater. Finlater with a stretch pass through the zone that Boravsky handles and gives right back to Levi. Levi to Drolet, right back to Levi. Levi in front, shot opportunity, not quite to the net. Lynx attempting to hold the zone, Majorsic pressuring. Cullen is going to blocker that one aside to the wall as Holander eventually gets it out of the zone. Boravsky to Arsenio Vakimian. Arseni sees Majorsic, and Majorsic now comes in the other way. Holander not ready for that pass. Would have been a wide open shot opportunity if the stick was on the ice on that pass from David Majorsic. Puck goes the length of the ice now, and we'll get an icing call on the West Nipissing Lynx. Brecky and Thibodeau on the draw against each other now. Thibodeau wins that back. Finlater plays it to Levi. Munitz is going to pressure on the wall and is able to influence that. Puck goes towards the net. It'll be gloved by Morazuk as we get another face-off here. Mamedov on the draw now against Tischenko. Mamedov wins it for a second, but Ruddy is going to play it. Tischenko and Ruddy both with an opportunity now. Ruddy tries to make a move towards the net to get a shot off. A poke check there is going to eliminate that opportunity. And Kornev now gets it to Drolet. Backhands it towards the direction of the net, but goes wide. Drolet now playing it in the corner with Debrecki and Munitz. Tischenko comes up with a shot, and that's going to go wide. Neither team establishing any control in the neutral zone now as the puck eventually comes to Schillinglaw. Schillinglaw puts one in the middle for Tischenko. Tischenko leaves it for Ruddy. Boravsky eventually has it come to him. Jonathan Venos looking for options as he goes towards the puck. Puts it into the middle, and that'll get jumped. Matan Svedal puts it back to Boravsky. Boravsky sees the captain, Isak Karlsson. Levet Cullen plays it for Jonathan Venos. Puck comes into the middle, and Finlater with a great move there to keep the puck alive in the offensive zone before the Rattlers force a turnover and come the other way. Brian Kopech getting sealed off there. Sergei Sherbakov puts the puck deep. No icing is called. Drolet eventually comes onto the stick of Levi, who does not make a play on the wall, so the Rattlers now come the other way. Krudikov has the puck stripped. Eventually comes to Dominikas Boravsky on the Rattlers' back end, the big Lithuanian defenseman. Patrick Cullen's going to cover that one as we get a whistle now. Try and settle this down so that both teams have an opportunity to put players on the ice that can push the pace of the puck right now. Stalemate play for the last 2 minutes. A lot of neutral zone, just stoppages and starts. Plotnikov now on the draw. And Blanchette and Plotnikov on the draw against one another. Blanchette wins that. Eventually comes to Stanley. Stanley puts one to the right of the net where it'll get played by Roman Orahov. Bolotov now controlling the puck behind the net, gets it to Arseny Ovakimian. Arseny sends a stretch pass to Plotnikov, who brings it into the zone, but Sergei Serov was just a little bit too eager, came in before the puck was officially into the zone. That's going to be an offside call. Score still 1-0 with 4 minutes left in the first period. Blanchette wins that one back to Finlater. Finlater with a pass just ahead of Paquette. Going to instead go to Roman Orahov. Finlater this time makes the pass cleanly. Paquette loses it to Orahov. It's going to come the other way as Sergei Serov touches it up, and Plotnikov is going to pressure in the zone on Vladislav Morazuk. Lynx come the other way now. Ovakimian has a move go by him, but Roman Orahov is there to clean up the defensive help. Plotnikov gets it to Bolotov. Bolotov comes in on the wing, looks to the middle, but nobody's there. And Blanchette puts a shot on Cullen that goes off of his blocker and into the netting. Rattlers win that draw. That's Debrecki. Munitz makes a play for Carlson, who's going to put that one into the visitors' penalty box. So another defensive zone draw coming up for the Rattlers. Tischenko and Debrecki look to be the draw takers here as the centermen wait for the face-off. Debrecki wins that back. Venas puts that up the wall where Mamedov has a play on it. Schillinglaw meets Mamedov there and is going to send the puck into the West Nipissing bench. Debrecki and Ruddy on the draw against each other now. Referee drops the puck and Ruddy wins that one back. It's going to go through the legs of Brunette, so Carlson's going to pressure. Venas unable to hold the line, so Munitz is going to go back and get this one at the tail end of the neutral zone. Munitz gets it back to Jonathan Venas. Venas looking for options, finds Gabriel Mamedov, who gains the zone. He's got Debrecki streaking into the middle. Tries to get the puck to him. Eventually it goes to Jonathan Venas. Venas puts it around. Boravsky's going to step up here. Tischenko's met by Debrecki, who makes a great pass to Mamedov, but it was on the backhand, so unable to get a shot. Vladislav Morozuk does make a save there on Isak Carlson's shot from the slot. Puck now with Boravsky. Boravsky gets it to Mamedov. Mamedov down low to Carlson. Eventually back to Mamedov. No shot opportunity. Some great defensive zone coverage there by the West Nipissing Lynx as we reach the 2-minute mark now. An icing call on the West Nipissing Lynx. Different look for the Rattlers now as the Carlson line comes off, and we now have Majorsik, Mizagov, and Holander on the ice with Sherbakov and Boravsky. Majorsik wins that draw. Sherbakov sends one towards the net. Morozuk makes another save. Boravsky jumped up but was unable to hold the line. Is now looking to turn it the other way. Eventually, Sherbakov has the puck and gets it. Sends it the length of the ice, and now we'll have a Rattlers icing call. Draw now. Won by the Lynx. Paquette pressuring Majorsik, forcing him to dump it off to Jonathan Venas. Venas attempts to go to Mega Mizagov, who gets it into the neutral zone and eventually into the Lynx zone now. Minute 42 left in this one. Boravsky comes up to meet Paquette there. Holander now with an opportunity to turn it towards his teammate. Loses the puck, but Ovak Kimion's there. Stop it from going deep into their zone. Finlater plays it behind the net, puts it around the horn, and that's going to be an icing call on the West Nipissing Lynx. 1:18 left in this first period. Plotnikov wins that draw back. Sergei Serev gets a shot on net that's going to be patted away by Vladislav Morozuk. The Lynx come the other way now. Send a puck deep into the Rattler zone. Ovak Kimion makes a play, puts it all the way on the wall. Bolotov's going to handle it. Try and get it to the middle for Sergei Serev. The Lynx shut that one down and send it back towards the neutral zone where Plotnikov now comes away with it. Plotnikov to Bolotov. Bolotov puts it towards the middle. Nobody was there. Kimian now attempting to shut down an offensive zone rush by the Lynx, and the Lynx will get called for offside. Looked like Bendel came in just ahead of Paquette. And so less than a minute left in this one here. Debrecki and LeVay on the draw against each other. Debrecki wins that one back to Matvey Munitz. Munitz over to Jonathan Venos. Venos, Carlson, who attempts to center that puck for Mamedov, unable to, as the Lynx now have an opportunity. Venos puts that around the boards where Kornev is going to stop it. No high sticking call there. Jonathan Venos plays it behind the net to Mamedov. Mamedov loses the puck. Jonathan Venos to Adam Debrecki, who's going to come into the zone with speed now. He's got Venos with him. Carlson on the far side. Chopped away by Finlater. And the Lynx will send that the length of the ice for an icing call with 4 seconds left in the first period. With 4 seconds left, the Rattlers will look to get a shot. Thibodeau's going to try and stop that, and he does win the draw. Kornev sends the puck the length of the ice, and that's going to be the first period. 1 goal in this opening frame, scored by Jonathan Venos on the power play. As we head into the intermission, the Lynx 0, your Bradford Rattlers 1. Please join us after the first intermission for the second period. And as the teams switch end, we are back for period number 2 here at the BWG Leisure Center. The home Bradford Rattlers currently with a 1-0 lead over the visiting West Nipissing Lynx. A far cry from the end of the first period in their last game, the matchup which happened in Sturgeon Falls. A first period in which the Rattlers had 5 goals. A big reason for that is now about to take the ice as Vladislav Morazuk is back in net for the West Nipissing Lynx in this matchup, the last of the GMHL week so far. As Morazuk makes his way to his net on the other side now, Debrecki and Ruddy both at center ice waiting for that draw to happen. We get nods from both goalies, they are ready. And puck drop. One back by Ruddy. Brunette works his way into the zone. Tishchenko comes in with speed, makes a nice move. Brunette unable to get a shot off. Munitz puts it on the wall, and Schillinglaw is going to hold that one and send it back deep for Brunette. Ruddy now working it on the corner, sends it towards Patrick Cullen, who sticks that off to the side. Drolet working it in the corner. Venos on him. Attempts a centering pass, which gets bounced out to Schillinglaw. Drolet with a shot from the left side, hash marks there again. Schillinglaw once again holds that line. Jonathan Venos is going to attempt to have a play on it on Tishchenko. Carlson unable to get it out as well. Tishchenko puts it behind the net where Ruddy's going to play. Ruddy getting sealed off by Jonathan Venos. Gabe Mamedov attempting to bring it out of the zone, and Schillinglaw once again stopping the opportunity for the puck to come out of the zone. Schillinglaw plays it at the line, sends it near towards the net. That's going to get blocked and onto the stick of Tishchenko. Drolet now a shot from the top of the circle. That's going to go wide and eventually out of the zone as the Lynx have been holding the pace of play in the offensive zone for the first minute so far. West Nipissing Lynx waiting out an offside right now as Venos gets it to Sergei Serev. Serev loses the puck, and the Lynx are going to come the other way with it. Venos slows it down. Looks to the far side, stretch past to Bolotov, but that's going to be an icing call instead. Paquette gets tied up on the draw by Plotnikov, but the West Nipissing Lynx do have possession. Eventually Plotnikov comes away with it, looks towards Serev, who doesn't handle it cleanly. So Serev and Finlater both heading back, no icing called. Serev gets there first, but Finlater seals him off. Bolotov now sends the puck up to the blue line. Sherbakov puts it inside, but no Rattler player to make a play on the puck there. Finlater now has it in the middle. Brings it back and puts it deep just behind Patrick Cullen, who whacks it to Dominikas Boravsky. Plotnikov almost had a chance to come the other way with it. Bolotov now seals off Bendel, but Bendel gets right back up and makes a play on the puck. Paquette puts it deep. Boravsky, spin move off the wall, eventually to his partner, Sergei Sherbakov. First game back with the Rattlers is Sherbakov. And Boravsky with a shot towards Morozuk. That's going to be blocked right away to the side. Plotnikov handling it behind the net. Gets sealed off there by Stanley. Schillinglaw attempting to get it out of the zone. Bolotov has the puck come into his chest and needs to come out of the zone for it. Turnover forced by Plotnikov. Plotnikov to the middle for Serev. Serev gets a shot towards Morozuk. That's going to be tipped in front and into the corner. Rattlers attempting to maintain this offensive zone. Boravsky puts it right on the line and then tries to body his way in. Unable to come away with possession though. Sherbakov now using his body, but that puck's going to go up over the glass. And so just a game of teeter-tottering sustained pressure for both teams in both zones. First minute and a half it was the Lynx, and the last minute and a half it has been the Rattlers. Lynx win that draw. Thibodeau now pursuing the puck. Cullen makes a play on the wall. Levi sends it down to Finlater. Thibodeau now behind the net, puts it into the middle. No Lynx player there, so the Rattlers will come the other way. Philip Hollander with speed and space sends a pass to the middle. No shot opportunity there by Orahov. Mega Mizagov attempts to get it to Hollander. That's going to go all the way around where Majorsic, who's covering on the back end, is going to grab it and turn it and lose it to Levi. Levi, though, sends it towards the net of Patrick Cullen, who's going to cover that. And the top unit for both teams is now going to come on the ice. Tischenko, Brunette, and Ruddy against Mamedov, Debrecki, and Carlson. Debrecki working hard to get a pass towards Isak Carlson. Does. Debrecki comes up with a loose puck, and he's going to score! Debrecki sent one from his side of the neutral zone all the way across towards Carlson. There was a fumble of the puck, but eventually Carlson gives a stab at it, puts it onto the stick of Debrecki. He goes in there and he doesn't miss. As he puts the Rattlers up 2-0 here in the second period. That's going to be Debrecki's 24th of the season, a top 5 goal scorer so far in the season. Number 1 in the league in goals is his line mate, Isak Carlson, who'll get credited for an assist on that one. Also the leading scorer in the league is Carlson, that being his 61st point. Venos and Debrecki attempting to play the puck now with Brunette and Tischenko down low. Matt Van Munich comes away with it. Carlson with a play on a puck that was sent deep and high into the zone. Tischenko leaves it for Schillinglaw, who sends it the length of the ice, and that's going to be an icing call. Ruddy wins that draw for the Lynx now as Schillinglaw comes in, and he's going to bring that back around his own net. Cuts to the front, now looking to push the pace. Gives a pass to Ruddy. Dom Boravsky shuts that down and gets the puck to Samarovsky. Brian Kopech unable to handle the pass in the middle, so the Lynx are going to come the other way. Sherbakov jumps up into the rush now, forces the pick and puts a shot just off the post there. Great neutral zone interception there by Sergei Sherbakov. Leads to a shot opportunity, but he's going to put that one just off the crossbar. Krudikov and Blanchette. Krudikov wins that one for a shot for Brian Kopech. Vladislav Morozuk makes the save, and the Lynx come the other way. Does Tourigny. Tourigny strips the puck and centers a pass unable to get a shot off by Blanchette in the middle, as Bendel sends one towards the direction of Patrick Cullen, just wide. Sherbakov now uses the backside boards. It's going to be pursued by Samarovsky. Dom Boravsky settles it down and gets a pass all the way the length of the ice, and that is going to be a no icing call as the official waves that off. Bendel is behind Boravsky as Blanchette brings it in. He's got Tourigny with him. Boravsky sends a puck that goes just behind Finlater, so the Lynx will have to regroup now. They do maintain possession. Krudikov pressuring hard, though. Orahov goes in to meet Finlater on the wall. Bendel comes up with the puck. Bendel moves it in. Gets his pocket picked by Boravsky, who sends it back into the neutral zone now. Tourigny with a pass off the boards is going to go right onto the stick of Roman Orahov, who leaves for Sergei Serev, shot just wide. Lynx now looking to come the other way with their own pace. Levi tries to leave a pass for it. Instead, the Rattlers get the puck into the neutral zone. 13 minutes left in the second period. Kornev loses that puck on the entry, so Arseny Ovakimian has a play on it. Gets it to Roman Orahov, who is going to be hit by Finlater, causing a loose puck there. Orahov now, once again looking for a pass. Stretches it up the ice to Stepan Bolotov, who touches it up to avoid the icing, and now he's going to pressure it on Kornev. Bolotov loses the puck as Jeffrey Finlater comes up the ice. Goes down on the wall, loses the puck. Bolotov now plays it behind the net to number 9, Roman Orahov. Orahov with a pass in the direction of Mikhail Plotnikov, but that's going to be intercepted by Thibodeau. Thibodeau sends it deep, where the Rattlers are once again going to be able to play it behind their net. Thibodeau pressuring, though, as Roman Orahov is forced by Thibodeau to send it the other way. Ovakimian needs to catch up to it. Eventually makes a stretch pass all the way to Gabe Mamedov. Mamedov has Carlson in front, finds Carlson, but Carlson unable to get a shot off. Great pass there by Gabe Mamedov, seeing the captain. Unable to get a shot as Tishchenko brings it in the other way. Tishchenko now with an opportunity. He'll get sealed by Jonathan Venos in front of the net. Carlson goes down. As we have a stoppage of play and a potential penalty coming. Looks like it's a tripping call. Second penalty of the night for Stanley. And so the Rattlers have this first power play unit on the ice. Carlson, Plotnikov, Debrecki, Venos, and Munitz all on the ice. The penalty kill unit is Drolet, Ruddy, Finlater. As Munitz has to draw one back to him, he's going to get it right back to Jonathan Venos. Munitz to Carlson, who goes to the middle for Debrecki. Debrecki with a shot opportunity is going to be tipped away in front. Venos sends it back down low to Plotnikov, who's going to have a couple of options for him, one of them being Carlson. He gives it to him. Carlson works his way to the middle, gets a switch with Jonathan Venos. Carlson now working his way, finds Jonathan Venos. Tap it. So another power play goal for Jonathan Venos, his second goal of the night. Isak Carlson's second assist of the night. Jonathan Venos now in his fourth game and scores his fourth goal. Valuable offensive weapon on the blue line. The Rattlers added 3 games ago. And just the sense there by Carlson, drawing in, coming a little bit closer, forcing the Lynx defenseman to come over, try and cover, allowing Jonathan Venos to walk in and be wide open for that backdoor tap-in. A big hit attempt there by Thibodeau sends a stick into the Lynx bench. referees talking with the coaching staff of the West Nipissing Lynx. As DeBrecki and Thibodeau now on the draw against each other. DeBrecki wins that back to Dom Boravsky. Boravsky all the way across to Venos. Venos sees Carlson, who puts it into the middle. That'll get intercepted by Drolet, who puts it off of the concrete wall over the boards. DeBrecki and Levi on the draw against each other. DeBrecki wins that one back. Dom Boravsky sends one towards the net. It'll go just wide and picked up by Gabe Mamedov, who leaves it for Carlson. Carlson gets it to Sergei Sherbakov, who sends a shot into the glove of Morazuk. DeBrecki wins the draw once again, this time to Arsenio Vakimian. Gabe Mamedov brings it back up the same wall towards Ovakimian. And Arseni gets a shot off that is loose. Morazuk looked down for it, lost it. It goes into the corner now where the Rattlers and Lynx are both going to pursue it. Paquette eventually sends one towards the blue line and the puck does come out. DeBrecki regroups and sends it back towards Arseni. DeBrecki now puts it deep after gaining the line, and he's going to pursue it on Morazuk. Puck is in the air. Morazuk is out of his net. Lynx attempting to get that one out. Instead, DeBrecki's going to come up with it on his stick once again. Works his way around. He's getting sealed off right now by Kornev. And Carlson's going to have an opportunity to send this one net front. And finds Adam DeBrecki for the Rattlers' fourth goal of the game. So a puck that was held in at the line eventually goes into the corner. Rattlers captain Isak Carlson goes in deep, gets there first, and fires one all the way across the net where Adam DeBrecki's waiting for his second goal of the game. Third assist of the game for Isak Carlson, puts him at 63 points. Adam DeBrecki's second goal of the game now has him at 25. Puck comes all the way down the ice. Icing's waved off as Brunette makes a play on it. Munitz will send him down to the ice and maintain possession as he attempts to get it out of the zone, and does, with some help from Brian Kopech there. Puck will be waved down as we have cross checks come in all over the ice. And Nikita Krudikov is going to head to the bench. Looks like it'll be 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct on number 7, Nikita Krudikov, sending the Lynx to their second power play of the game. And with his 2 goals tonight, Adam DeBrecki now has 25 on the season, which which has him tied for second with Zenon Edwards of the Stars and Ty Frazee of the Railers in the league behind Carlson, who has 28 so far. 21 games for DeBrecke, 25 goals. As the Lynx attempted to take advantage on the power play here. DeBrecke, for as dangerous as they've been on the power play, have been just as dangerous on shorthanded. Carlson with an attempted shot. Great save there by Vladislav Morozuk, and that's one of the things you have to look out for on these Rattlers is the shorthanded opportunity to create offense. Carlson and DeBrecke both with 7 shorthanded goals on the season so far. As Carlson forces another turnover there, he's going to look to pass it up towards DeBrecke, and does. Sherbakov joining the other way, and Sherbakov with a shot, wide open net, and he finds the 10% where Vladislav Morozuk was standing. So Sherbakov in his first game back with the Rattlers almost has a shorthanded goal, something that the Rattlers have been known for as almost an identity in special teams this year, is their ability to create offense even when down. As Finlater plays this one up, Thibodeau has his puck poked away from him by Roman Orahov. Eventually Finlater gets a shot on Patrick Cullen. And it looks like Boravsky and Finlater are both going to go to the box for the extracurriculars following the save by Cullen. 2 minutes for roughing each. Neither one of those is going to go on the board. So it'll maintain a 5-4 power play opportunity for 52 seconds. Brunette wins the draw forward. Bendel with an opportunity to play it, but loses the puck. Bolotov not cleanly handling it on the wall either, as he eventually does send it the length of the ice, forcing the Lynx to now regroup. Try and get a power play breakout going here. We've got to assume that Finlater is a big part of this power play, and he's sitting in the box right now. On the flip side of that, Boravsky has been known to play shutdown minutes for the Rattlers, and he's also sitting in the box right now as well. So Gabe Mamedov now with an opportunity, and the puck is just wide open for him. Morrison comes out to play the puck, and Mamedov makes him pay. You gotta wonder if it would have been a better opportunity for Vlad Morozuk to stay in the net and withstand a shot opportunity with a chance to make the save. Instead, he comes out to play the puck, he just misses it, and Gabe Mamedov walks a goal directly into the net. For Mamedov, that's going to be his 13th of the season, 27 points, and that's going to be a shorthanded goal, this time for Gabe Mamedov. His second shorthanded goal of the year. So at this point in the game, the West Nipissing Lynx power play has been a net negative, not scoring a power play goal, but giving up a shorthanded goal. Special teams, as always, play such a crucial role. 3 of these goals coming either on the power play or shorthanded for the Bradford Rattlers. If that's the difference in the game, special teams, it's a 2-0 game otherwise. Stanley now slows it down and gives the puck right to Maga Mizagov, who's going to gain the zone. He's got Plotnikov with him. Plotnikov has Sarav in front of the net. Plotnikov unable to get a clean shot off as he went to toe drag and just had it picked away. Jonathan Benos sends one towards Vladislav Morozuk. Patrick Cullen leaves that for Maga Mizagov now. Patrick Cullen being credited with an assist on that goal, the Mamedov goal. For Cullen, that's going to be his 4th assist of the year. As Munich sends a shot wide, Maga Mizagov tries to send one towards the net, but that's going to get tipped in front and sent towards the corner. Munich now passes it off to Sergei Sherbakov. Munich finds Majorsic on the give back. Majorsic sends one to Vladislav Morozuk. It's loose and Morozuk jumps right on top of it. Lynx now come away with the puck. Levi gave it right to Borowski. I wasn't sure if maybe he thought there was another Lynx player there. Philip Holander trying to work his way on the corner. He'll get muscled away by Finlater. Sergei Sherbakov holding the line. Shillinglaw now attempting to come out with it. But the Rattlers once again manage to maintain possession in the offensive zone. Samarovsky loses it, but has the puck come right back to his stick. Holander tries to back one towards the net, but is unable to, as Borowski and Thibodeau are both going to be skating for this puck. Borowski elects to slow it down behind the net, wait for an opportunity of the change here. Samarovsky comes away with it in the middle, sends a pass towards Holander. Holander puts it off of the boards now. Adam Debrecki now on the ice, leaves it for Holander. Holander tries to go back towards Debrecki. Debrecki able to hold the line and walks his way towards the net. He's got Samarovsky in front. But a great defensive play by the Lynx captain. Drolet is going to stop that opportunity now. Levi now attempting to get out of the zone, unable to. Finally comes into the neutral zone where Roman Orahov finds the Rattlers captain Carlson. Carlson looks towards the net. He's got Mamedov there. Mamedov tipped one towards Morozuk. That's going to be stopped. And the Lynx now are going to attempt to get this out of the zone once more. Mamedov tries to find a creeping in Orahov, but that's going to go out of the zone, forcing him to regroup. Debrecki with a pass towards Carlson, who was backing up towards the blue line, unable to receive it. Orahov now finds Carlson. Carlson going to look towards Debrecki, who gets sealed off, unable to make a play after the pass. Ovakimian now playing it back in his own defensive zone. Tries to find Krudikov. Krudikov eventually tries to leave one for Carlson, but Carlson does not come away with it. Instead, the Lynx come the other way as Ruddy. Ruddy sees Bendel. Bendel with an opportunity, and he's going to put one past Patrick Cullen. So a great pass there by Carson Ruddy. He's going to find Bendel, and Bendel's going to put it top corner just past the glove of Patrick Cullen. So there will be no shutout today as the Lynx get on the board with 3 minutes 42 seconds left in the second period. Svedolf now looking to bring it through the zone. Gains the offensive zone, leaves one that's going to be intercepted by Ruddy. Ruddy comes the other way. He's got Bendel and Tischenko with him. Instead, it's Kornev who saves that puck from going the other way. Tischenko playing hard on Munitz now. Majorsic comes away with it. Ruddy forces a turnover, and right in front is Bendel with an opportunity for another, but he's going to make that save. Blanchette wins that draw, but Plotnikov eventually has it on his stick. Sergei Serov coming to turn the other way. Plays it behind the net. Puts it to the front where Plotnikov is unable to make a play, but does come away with the puck. Serov has Sherbakov, but instead sends it back down low towards Bolotov. Bolotov gets sealed off by Blanchette and Shillinglaw. Sergei Sherbakov puts it off the wall. Bolotov tries to get it to the middle for Sergei Serov. Serov instead comes to the wall to play it himself. Lynx get it out of the zone. Sergei Sherbakov and Finlater both making a play on the puck. Sherbakov blindly sends that back towards the blue line. Looks like Finlater's going to go to the box for interference. 2 minutes for interference. Riley Finlater heads to the box as the Bradford Rattlers head to another power play here. Currently up 5-1, 2 minutes 13 seconds left in the second period. Debrecki, Plotnikov, Carlson, Venos, and Munitz, the top power play unit for the Rattlers on the ice right now. Munitz holds that line on the draw win. Plotnikov has the puck taken away from him though. Venos unable to hold the line as eventually Kornev sends it the length of the ice. Carlson now with an opportunity to get the puck into the neutral zone. Plotnikov leaves it for Venos, who loses it for a second, but manages to track it down in the corner. Debrecki finds a loose puck. Works his way through the dot. Venos tried to make a pass to Munitz, but that's going to be picked off by Levi. Levi gets it over the direction of Paquette. No clean pass made there. Paquette puts it into the middle where Plotnikov has an opportunity to skate it into the zone. He'll leave it. Brings it all the way around the backside of the net. Isak Carlson with an attempted leave through the legs, a nutmeg-style pass. That's going to come out of the zone. Jonathan Venos. Played hard by Kornev right now, who forces a turnover. Puck eventually comes onto the stick of Paquette, who attempts to get a shot off. Isak Carlson's going to block that, though. Carlson now with the puck on his stick. Comes into the zone. Looks for options. Sends it over to Sergei Sherbakov. Sherbakov gets it up top to Roman Orahov. Orahov, an attempted pass towards Carlson. Unable to make it happen, though. Orahov does shut down Jeffrey Finlater, though. Otherwise, that's a shorthanded opportunity for the Lynx. Schillinglaw now puts it off the glass. Bendel comes up with it. And Bendel has an opportunity to play it towards the front of the net where Jeffrey Finlater's waiting. Currently being sealed off, and the puck's going to come onto the sticks of Roman Orahov. So the Rattlers, with no time remaining in this power play, unsuccessful one there as Sergei Serov works his way to the net. Opportunity there. Bolotov was on the backside, but Mamedov was unable to get the pass through. As at the end of the second period, the score is the visiting West Nipissing Lynx 1, Bradford Rattlers 5. A little bit of action at the tail end of this period now. Roman Orahov is down there. He's had his helmet stripped off. Sergei Serov also in on it. Sherbakov pulled to the ground by Stanley. As we'll have both teams return to their benches and eventually their locker rooms. We will see you after the second intermission for the third period. And as we return for the third period here in Bradford, some players heading to the boxes for both teams. It looks like Adam Schillinglaw is in the box for the West Nipissing Lynx from the interactions at the tail end of the period, and Roman Orahov. So a pair of veteran defensemen, Orahov and Schillinglaw, both heading to the box to start this period. It will be 5-on-5 though, neither penalty up on the board. So Cullen and Morazuk have switched ends once more. We get the nods, Thibodeau and DeBrecki on the draw. And DeBrecki wins that back. Jonathan Venos. Stanley attempting to get it in, going to be influenced by the stick of Mamedov. Venos puts that into the corner where Carlson is going to pursue. Puck gets locked up by the referee there as the Rattlers look to gain possession in the offensive zone now. The Lynx coming the other way with it as LeVay skates it into the neutral zone and puts it deep. Cullen puts it back on the same wall. Mamedov trying to get it out and is unable to. Cullen now puts it on the reverse on his backhand. Carlson tips that out, and now DeBrecki with Mamedov as an option are both in. Mamedov snipes the corner. His second goal of the game. Great play there as Carlson got it out towards DeBrecki. DeBrecki came in, put it over to Mamedov. Mamedov had an option for a pass, but instead makes Morazuk pay for the sixth time tonight, second by Mamedov. And that puck will be touched up, so no icing, as Boravsky with a turnover. Ruddy with a chance to shove it in on the short side of Cullen. Cullen makes the save. Ruddy goes to the ground. And no danger here. Everybody just allows everybody to get up. Plotnikov and Ruddy on the draw. Ruddy wins that one forward, but it goes onto the stick of Dominikas Boravsky. Finlater holds the line, but Boravsky steps up and finds Majorsic in. Majorsic with an opportunity now, loses his footing, tries to get the puck to Sergei Serov, unable to, as Korna makes that play. Boravsky now holds the line. Boravsky with a shot towards the net, goes just high of Vladislav Morazuk. Plotnikov with an opportunity for a rebound shot, but unable to get it to go. As Bendel with a pass opportunity towards the middle, that gets picked off by the Rattlers. Majorsic now all by himself. Majorsic puts one high and wide. Opportunity there for Majorsic to put the seventh goal on the board for the Rattlers. Instead, the Lynx are going to regroup. Send a puck towards the neutral zone where Ovakimian plays it. Lynx will get a change now, as Venos sends it into the middle. Krudikov forcing a turnover there. Bolotov has it in the neutral zone and sends it back to his defenseman Ovakimian. Uses his partner Venos. Back to number 15. Ovakimian sends one off the stick of Krudikov. Morazuk went to play it, lost it for a second, but does get it along the boards there. And the Lynx eventually send it the length of the ice. It's going to be a no icing call. Patrick Cullen playing this one, leaving it for Jonathan Venos. Venos taking a look for some options here. Elects to skate it through the neutral zone. Captain Drolet makes a play on it in the neutral zone, forcing the Rattlers to regroup once more. Krudikov with a stretch pass to Jonathan Venos, who's all by himself now. And Venos puts one into the net for another goal. That's going to be a hat trick for number 10, Jonathan Venos. His third goal of the game and now his fifth goal of the season in 4 games so far is number 10, Jonathan Venos, returning defenseman from last year who rejoined the team 2 weeks ago and has made his impact felt for the team so far. His 5th goal in 4 games. Thibodeau wins that draw back to Finlater. Finlater over to Stanley. Stanley turns it and gives it right back to Finlater. Finlater stretches one up to his brother. Jeffrey gets it into the zone where Sergei Sherbakov is going to have a play on it. Weak play by Sherbakov allows West Nipissing to have a play, but Sherbakov makes the hit on Finlater now. And Sherbakov gets it to the middle for Brian Kopech. Kopech to Holander. That's going to be an icing call. Kopech wins that draw back now. Munitz goes to play it. Stick of Sherbakov sends that along the wall. Eventually comes back out to Kopech. Kopech working it through the middle. Gets it over to the wing where Munitz is waiting. Munitz works his way in. Turns, looks for an option, doesn't have one. Holander now attempts to put one towards the middle. Sergei Sherbakov holds the line. Samarovsky to Sherbakov. Dangerous pass, but it gets through. Sherbakov looking for options. Puts it into the neutral zone. Bendel is pursuing very heavily right now. A lot of hard work coming from Bendel. Sergei Sherbakov takes a hit and loses the puck there. Adam Debrecki now on the ice, puts one into a safe space where Ovak Kimian can play it. Holander trying to bring it into the zone. He's going to get taken down there. Holander now goes off for a change as Mamedov comes onto the ice with Carlson and Debrecki. Finlater with an attempt to shoot it down goes off of Mamedov. Eventually sends it to the defensive zone of the Rattlers where Jonathan Venos makes a pass towards Carlson. Carlson tries to flick it towards the middle. That'll get intercepted by the Lynx. Venos puts one onto the stick of Mamedov to Carlson. All 3 of them here as Debrecki looks for Mamedov to finish off his hat trick. Boravsky now back at the line, finds Venos. Venos goes back down low to the corner to Carlson. Defensive play there by the Lynx is going to force the Rattlers to regroup in the zone. And a blind pass by Venos gets intercepted by the Lynx and sent all the way back down as Tishchenko Debrecki and Drolet playing the puck hard against each other right now. And Paquette goes down. Looks like he caught his leg on the corner of the netting there. As the Rattlers come in, Boravsky fires one in the direction of the net. It's going to be high though. Carlson sends one back on the wall and then works his way in, receives the pass back from Mamedov. Carlson goes towards Debrecki, not handled. So Carlson eventually finds a puck in the front. Great pad save there made by Vlad Morazuk. Ovak Kimian being pressured by Paquette now. Gets a pass off to Mikhail Plotnikov. Plotnikov loses it, but Munitz able to maintain possession. Deep on the wall. As the Lynx come the other way now and send the puck deep, Ovak Kimian has a play on it. Levi in the middle there. Arseni going to gain the zone and send it deep. On the far side, Sergei Serev is there. Munitz finds the loose puck. Serev on his stick. Looks towards the front of the net. Plotnikov not able to get a shot off as Morazuk influenced that. Ovak Kimian tips a pass from Jeffrey Finlater. Lynx send it deep. Cullen's going to touch that one up. Put it along the boards. Major Sick with his pass towards Ovak Kimian. Arseni's going to poke at it, but the Lynx will once again have possession. Ovakimian now makes a pass to Krudikov. Krudikov sees Munitz. Mizagov not able to get it into the zone either as the Lynx come the other way. Thibodeau, he's got Ruddy on the far side calling for a pass. Ruddy not able to get a shot off. And so Mizagov with a move there. Drops it off for Krudikov. Mizagov goes towards the net. Bolotov not able to handle the pass from Krudikov. Lynx force a turnover. Finlater loses the puck, however, as Venos eventually finds it on his stick. Venos makes a pass towards Mizagov. Bolotov not able to make a play to catch up to the centering pass. A through pass, as soccer fans would call it. Bolotov now working his way and leaves it in a spot where Venos is going to be forced to try and turn and come back. Great defensive play there by Krudikov and Sherbakov. Bolotov now going to gain the zone. Mizagov walks in, loses the puck. Drolet plays it around the net. Bendel's waiting on the side wall there. Samarovsky leaves it, and a shot opportunity for Samarovsky on the pass back. Great save once again by Vlad Morozuk there. Lynx now coming the other way. Bendel with an opportunity. He did have Tishchenko all alone in the middle, but unable to get a pass to him as Boravsky now comes the other way. Leaves it for Samarovsky. Samarovsky back to Boravsky. Wide open net there, unable to get a shot or a pass. Eventually gets it the way of Jonathan Venos, or Sergei Sherbakov, sorry. One of the two Rattlers defensemen with no names on the back. Sherbakov works it back up to his partner Boravsky. Boravsky to Svedolf. Svedolf has a shot tipped off of the glass now. Hollander works his way in, as does Sherbakov. Ruddy now with an opportunity, and he sends it the length of the ice. No icing is going to be called here. So Boravsky with a lackadaisical play, but eventually gets it out of the zone. Kornev looking to turn it the other way now as the Rattlers once again gain possession in the zone. Samarovsky now still working it. Lynx come the other way. Tishchenko with speed. He's going to work his way to the middle. Brings it back, tries to get a backhand shot, but that's going to go right into the netting. Shillinglaw and Orahov now both back onto the ice. We are in run time now. Just over 9 minutes left. As per the GMHL score differential rule, 6 goals means we run the clock until it is no longer 6 goals or more. Rattlers passing it around in their own zone. Ovakimian loses that. And so Blanchette has an opportunity. That's going to go right off the post. A good shot opportunity for Blanchette, taking advantage of the turnover there. Another one forced by the Lynx. Brunette and Ovakimian going into the corner hard together. Riley Finlater going to play this one, being pressured by Gabe Mamedov. Finlater makes a pass that Adam Debrecki intercepts in the middle. Debrecki looking for options. Chooses number 15, Arseny Ovakimian, who gets it back to Debrecki. Debrecki drops it off for Carlson. Carlson puts it in the middle for Debrecki. Debrecki tries to wait out Morozuk, but Morozuk makes a stretched pad save. And Jeffrey Finlater now comes the other way. Opportunity to work his way around Roman Orahov. No shot opportunity as he goes to the ground. And Patrick Cullen's going to stop that one for a whistle. Plotnikov ready to go on the draw. Lynx need one more man on the ice as Paquette comes back out. Plotnikov attempts to win this one forward, but a shot opportunity there for Kornev. Goes wide of the net. Schillinglaw holds the line and gains the zone once more. Sends a shot towards Patrick Cullen. No dice there. Roman Orahov handling it, sees David Majorsic. Majorsic touches it, but is unable to gain control as Turinny plays it behind the net. Kornev spins it away from the Rattlers' forecheckers. Thibodeau now with an opportunity. Thibodeau and Schillinglaw. Schillinglaw puts a backhand pass towards Thibodeau, unable to get a shot off. Rattlers regain possession now. 6:40 left in this one. And Sergei Serev sends it back towards the line to Roman Orahov. Serev now once again gets it back to Orahov. Orahov towards the net. Save made by Morazuk. Serev looking for Orahov, but nobody there. Roman Orahov jumps up on Kornev there, makes a nice pass. Majorsic tries to send it towards Krudikov. No touch made, so that's going to be an icing call on the Rattlers. Krudikov wins that drawback against Ruddy. Roman Orahov puts it into the corner for Majorsic. He's got time on the wall to make a decision. Sends it towards Krudikov, who touches it up just ahead of the red line, so he'll be able to pursue that on Drolet. Drolet seals him off in the corner. Finlater now with an opportunity to make a pass. Chooses Ruddy, but Mizagov jumps that pass. And both Rattlers and Lynx hoping to come away with it now, as Mizagov sends one towards Morazuk. That's going to be gloved. Rattlers win this one. Line is held by Sergei Sherbakov, who works his way towards a shot towards Morazuk. Drolet now trying to get out of the zone, puts it deep. No icing is going to be called, so Boravsky's going to play this around the net. Dangerous opportunity here as Boravsky nearly had his pocket picked by Bendel. Boravsky with a great move though. Works his way towards the net. Save made by Morazuk, and Bolotov was unable to get the rebound shot as Bolotov and Finlater now fight for possession on the wall. Puck goes around the net of the Lynx. Tizchenko loses the puck at the line, but regains it quickly. Rattlers force a turnover, send it all the way down, and that is going to be a no icing call. Puck took a bounce and just stayed right there on the line, so Kopech now with an opportunity to create some offense. Leaves it towards Samarovsky, who now plays it on the wall. Svadolf now centers up the play. Jonathan Venos holds that line, looks for some options. Instead, Venos sends it towards Morazuk. Lynx win the draw and are looking to come out of the zone, and a great move there. But he lost the puck. Oh, but it comes right back to him. Brunette lost it, but Paquette made a great play that got it right back to Brunette. Shot opportunity, save made by Cullen, as Stanley eventually sends a shot towards the net. And Cullen's going to glove that one up for a whistle. Just under 3 minutes left in this one. Hovakimian now plays this one in the D zone and sends it all the way down the ice. Peric backhands that one on the wall. Roman Orhov with a play now on the half wall. Great pass by Stanley as Brunette waits for some reinforcements to come in here. Roman Orhov in front of the net has his stick hit high out of his hands. Hollander now also waiting for some help. Leaves it for Sergei Serev. It'll go out of the zone as we approach the last minute here. Some bumping around in the neutral zone. David Majorsick looking for an option. Lynx force a turnover. And Kornev loses that in the neutral zone as we approach the last minute now. 1 minute left in the third period. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty call here, and that could bring us all the way down to zeros on the clock. Seconds left in this one. Lynx attempting to get it out of the zone. Sergei Sherbakov with an opportunity for one more shot. That's going to be saved by Vlad Morzuk. And with 8 seconds left, that is going to finish this one off. As the Rattlers, for the first time in 3 weeks, collect a home win. Much needed as they gather momentum to head into the showcase. They'll be heading down to Niagara, where they'll be playing both the Northumberland Stars, who beat them last Sunday, and the Durham Roadrunners on Tuesday and Wednesday at the league's annual showcase. Patrick Cullen with only one goal allowed in this one, a 7-1 win for the Bradford Rattlers. Trio of goals for Jonathan Venos, a pair each for Mamedov and Debrecki. Every season's a story. My name's JR, and for the Bradford Rattlers, we're going to close the chapter on this one.